think Moana resonated with audiences to such a huge degree?
I think Moana resonated with audiences because of who she is. I love that she is strong and has such respect and love for her family and community, and that she isn't afraid to grab a demigod by the ear and say, you will right this wrong between nature and man. And I think the film itself is such a celebration of Pacific Island culture. When Moana puts her hand up to the horizon line, she's measuring the degrees between the horizon and the stars to measure how far she is and how far she needs to go. All of that is so important in our film of fleshing it out to be a Disney classic.
What does this character mean to you personally?
Oh, this character means so much to me. Moana not only started my career, but truly took me beyond the reef. I was cast when I was 14. I turned 24 in just a couple of days. So I've had Moana in my bones for a decade now. And that's also a generation, I realize, and a generation of children and parents alike who have watched this movie nonstop and made it one of the most, if not the most, streamed film on Disney Plus at the moment. My heart is so full, and I'm really thankful for the fans out there.
Explain where Moana 2 picks up after the first film. How has Moana grown since we first met her?
Moana has absolutely grown since we've last seen her. So 3 years have passed from our last film, and she has become a tautai, a master navigator. She's been voyaging out on the open ocean, searching for new islands, and truthfully, searching for people. There has to be more people than just her island of Motunui. So she teams up once again with Maui, but also a whole new crew. We have Loto, Moni, and Kele to meet all new villains. The Kakamora are back. Pua and Heihei are on the canoe this time. We've got a good group.
Introduce us to Moana's little sister and describe their relationship.
Moana's little sister is Simea, and she's the sweetest character I've seen in a while. Every time she's on screen, she grabs at my heart. And I think she does the same for Moana as well. When Moana journeys further and further, it means that she's gone from home for longer periods of time. And Simea is what really draws her back. I have little cousins, and I know at that age of 3, they grow so quickly. And it's also, I think, a really beautiful way of showing how much Moana's village has changed. When Moana was growing up, wayfinding was out of the question. And now for Simea, she gets to see her older sister shine and become a tautai and know that the world is truly her oyster.
What is Moana's relationship like with Maui these days?
Moana and Maui's relationship is stronger than ever. In our first film, we saw Moana get Maui out of his rut, and it's kind of turned on its head in the second film. They have such a wonderful friendship where demigod and human, they are learning and pushing each other, and I love their relationship in this film.
What is Moana's mission in the new film?
Ooh. Moana's mission in this film is to connect the people of all the Pacific. Tautai Vasa has a fantastic line that's something similar to, in isolation, we will all fade away. And I think that's so powerful, even in mindset, to think of the Pacific Islands not as small islands in the middle of the sea, but giant ocean states, and that this ocean truly connects all of us. It is a point of Pacific pride, and on an even bigger scale, that connection of community, I think, can be felt even beyond the Pacific.
Talk about how this mission is so much bigger. Who does she recruit for her crew?
This mission is bigger than anything we've seen before. If you thought Moana went far beyond the reef, the first film, she's going even farther, which means she needs a crew. So she has Loto, Moni, and Kele. Kele is a farmer on the ocean. Not the happiest to be there, but he understands that it's important. By journeying so much further out, you need someone who will keep your crew fed for long periods of time. We have Moni, who is a storyteller who's absolutely integral, as Pacific Islanders have oral history. So keeping these stories in check, keeping all of the adventures locked in his noggin is absolutely important. And then Loto, who is a master tinkerer. She's always trying to make the canoe even just this much better, and she really saves the day.
How does music and song help tell this story?
Music and song are so important to this story and every Disney story, in my opinion. I am a theater kid. I love it when people break out into spontaneous song. But for Moana specifically, I think it's so fun that we get to see Moana's growth truly tracked through song. If you remember How Far I'll Go, we kind of answer that question with I'll Go Beyond in this film. We also have wonderful songs by Barlow and Bear that flesh out Maui. We have wonderful songs from our villains as well about thinking out of the box, living dangerously, perhaps getting lost in order to find your way. I think all of these morals are really fun and are honestly pretty bops.
Describe the song Beyond, your experience performing it, and its role in the storytelling.
Beyond is, to me, an incredible power ballad written by Barlow and Bear. It talks about how far you're willing to go in order to learn truly who you are, but also, and I relate to this deeply, who you are when you leave your home. And I feel that as I've gone further and further beyond the reef. And I love that we've tracked Moana's growth not only through voice, not only through story, but also now through music.
One final question. Describe the look of the film.
Oh, if I had to describe the look of this film, I would say it is colorful. I love seeing all the flora and fauna that I am familiar with of the Pacific Islands. I would say that the ocean looks better than ever. It reminds me of home. I love seeing the characters that I know and love. Pua is along for the ride this time. We listen to the fans. We've got the crew that we love. And then we have all new villains and Kakamora as well. So overall, I think that there's something for everyone. And it's great to be back.